So there it is. The news has just broken that David De Gea will be leaving Manchester United after 12 years as the Manchester United #1 goalkeeper. Obviously, you know, if you have watched this channel, my feelings towards this decision. And if not, then I will give you my full reaction now. That is the whole purpose of this video. But I thought it'd be worth making it since I've obviously had a very heavy opinion on this channel over David De Gea since I've basically created this YouTube channel. And look, I don't want to sit here and say that I am happy that he's left, because it would be wrong of me to say that, you know, you're pleased to see a player leave. But at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, this was something that needed to be done. And even though I'm not, you know, like I'm going to go running around celebrating, yes, David De Gea has left, David De Gea has left, but I am personally glad that he has left, because I think it has been long overdue that this decision needed to be made. We need a new direction from our goalkeeper. We need a goalkeeper with a lot more presence in our goal, and we need a goalkeeper that suits the style of play that Erik ten Hag wants to employ. And David De Gea just simply isn't that goalkeeper. For me, he never really has been the sort of goalkeeper that Manchester United have needed. And you look back historically at all of the good goalkeepers, certainly from my generation, I look at Peter Schmeichel and Edwin van der Sar as the standard that a Manchester United goalkeeper should be at. And for me, despite everything David De Gea has achieved, he's never quite hit that level. And obviously, we'll look at the club statement now. It says that David De Gea has announced his departure from Manchester United, bringing an end to a 12-year stay, during which he secured an array of trophies and personal accolades to cement his place as one of the greatest goalkeepers in the club's history. And look, you can't ignore what he has achieved at Manchester United. He has won every single trophy available to him as a Manchester United player other than the Champions League. And obviously, he has won the Players' Player of the Year and the Fans' Player of the Year 4 times within the club, as well as winning Golden Gloves in the Premier League up to and including last season. So you can't knock his actual on-field achievements with everything at the club, but I just have to look at it and say he's never quite done enough. And look, the statement again says here that he's broken appearance records, he's broken clean sheet records. The only problem for me, certainly in regard to the clean sheet records, is the people that he's beaten to reach the clean sheet record, he's only achieved because he's broken the appearances record. He has not got clean sheets at the same rate as the previous goalkeepers that held the record. And like I say, it's just not quite ever been enough for me. And we'll bring it back to me on full screen now for my full thoughts, because like I say, it's just never quite sat right with me, David De Gea as a Manchester United goalkeeper. Even when he was getting in the FIFA Pro Team of the Year, I think he got in it 3 years running. He was literally regarded as the best goalkeeper in the world for a long period of time. But for me, even then, he wasn't at the standards of your Casillas', your Gianluigi Buffons, your Manuel Neuers. He was never quite at that level when he was playing, even at his best. And certainly in the last few years, he's just deteriorated more and more and more. For me, as I've always said, he has never felt like a commanding presence in the penalty area. I think defenders have really struggled with him behind. And I know we talk about the likes of Maguire and this, that and the other, but I genuinely think Harry Maguire would have had a much better time at Manchester United if he had a much more commanding goalkeeper behind him, because he offers no support to his defence. He forces you to play a deeper line because he doesn't come out of his penalty area, because when he does, he is a liability with the ball at his feet. He doesn't command his penalty area in terms of coming for crosses. He just stays on his goal line. He very rarely even comes to punch, let alone coming to claim the ball. He is a phenomenal shot stopper. Don't get me wrong. Still have question marks about his use of left hand, but he is a phenomenal shot stopper with his right hand and certainly with his feet. When it comes to making saves. But even when, you know, the most die-hard David De Gea fans that are probably very disappointed and feel like he's been disrespected, I implore all of you to go and watch those David De Gea montages that you have been throwing around the last few weeks as you've been trying to desperately keep David De Gea at the football club and trying to, you know, reinforce people like me that wanted him out that he should stay because of how good of a shot stopper he is. Go watch those compilations and then tell me how many of the saves that you saw could have been prevented by him simply coming out and dealing with the ball in the first place. So many of his wonder saves come from headers and volleys, from crosses in and around the 6-yard box, that any top-level goalkeeper, and again, I go back to the previous ones, Peter Schmeichel and Edwin van der Sar, they would have come for those balls and just simply caught the ball or punched the ball away, or would have had much more command over their defence to the extent that the defence would already know when the keeper's going to come for it or when to clear it. And I think it's very evident that, again, with David De Gea in charge of the defence, in whatever capacity you want to call it, we've conceded more own goals per game with David De Gea in goal as well, because the defence in front of him don't know as and when he's going to come for the ball, so they're forced to make clearances that they don't necessarily want to, and that has resulted in several own goals during his spell as well. So, like I say, I am not happy to see him go because he's been such a good servant to the club, but I think it is desperately what the club needed, and I think the reason the club is able to make this statement today is because within the next 48 hours, I think we're going to see the announcement of Andre Onana becoming Manchester United's new number one goalkeeper. And as much as I wanted David Raya, I think Onana is also a very good fit. He's certainly someone that the manager wants. He's someone that the manager has worked with before when he was at Ajax. I saw him in the Champions League final. He's very good with the ball at his feet. He looks like he's a commanding presence in goal as well, which again is, like I said, exactly what we've been missing. And if that can help bolster a defence that has already got the most clean sheets in the Premier League last season, then that will put us in good stead for the upcoming season. So we wish David De Gea the best. As I said, phenomenal servant for the club, 12 years, won all but one trophy at Manchester United, has won a lot of personal accolades as well. So fair play to him for everything that he has achieved. But for me, I am kind of glad to see the back of him as we look to move towards the future of Manchester United. It is worth mentioning as well, he was the last standing player from the Sir Alex Ferguson era as well. So we can have a full reset now. Everything at the football club is post Sir Alex Ferguson. We can build off the back of everything that has come now with the start of the Ten Hag revolution and hopefully the signing of a new goalkeeper in the next couple of days will see us on the path to success once again. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's obviously a very mixed opinions towards this decision from Manchester United and of course from De Gea himself, but I think in the long run it will prove to be the right decision. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And yeah, I will be back with the hopeful Andre Onana announcement in a couple of days' time, potentially even a Rasmus Højlund one as well. I'll see you then.